Hi everybody, it's Tom from FindTheBestCarPrice.com. Today we're going to look at the 2022 Volvo S60. This is the B5 Momentum featuring an exterior color of thunder gray along with a charcoal interior. The sticker price is $43,690. Featured packages and options include the climate package that includes headlight cleaners, heated front seats, and a heated steering wheel. Additionally, there is the premium package that includes front fog lights, child locks for the rear doors, and the Sensus Navigation Pro. There's actually quite a few features found in this package. For a full list of those features, check out the description of the video. The S60 features comfortable and supportive seats, simple to use driving aids, and an optional Bowers & Wilkins audio system. While the S60 is full of many helpful features, the infotainment system can be somewhat confusing to learn and use. For 2022, Volvo has added a mild hybrid system to the turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. The new designation for this engine is the B5, which replaces the former T5. Under the hood of the model in today's video is the 2-liter turbocharged direct injection engine, putting out 247 horsepower and 258 pounds-feet of torque. Power makes its way to the ground via the 8-speed automatic transmission via front-wheel drive. Gas mileage numbers come in at 26 miles per gallon city and 35 out on the highway. Cargo numbers come in at 11.6 cubic feet and can be maximized by lowering the rear seats using the buttons as seen on the screen. A panoramic sunroof and well-appointed front seat area greet driver and passengers. Okay, as we get out on the test drive, I'm always trying to get a better angle for the test drive, and in this particular vehicle it wasn't hard to do because of the sunroof, so tell me if you like this angle. I know I can't please everybody, but just tell me what you think if you like this. A little bit better view of the dashboard, and you can still see out of the windshield as well. So one thing about driving this car, as we're driving down the road, I almost forgot to mention something that is within the infotainment screen, and that is the fact that if you want to, there's actually an option here to actually push one of these options on the screen, and you can put the rear headrests down if they happen to be in your way or whatever the case is. If there's no one sitting in the back seat, obviously that is a nice option. Now, I am driving in dynamic mode, so we're driving with the best performance possible, and while 247 horsepower may not seem like a lot of horsepower, it does a great job of getting this car down the road with absolutely no problems whatsoever. But as is always the case, if you're looking to save gas, this is definitely something you should consider with that lower amount of horsepower. And the mild hybrid powertrain, of course, is going to contribute to that. And you might wonder, well, what exactly is a mild hybrid powertrain? Tom, tell us about that. What that means is when you're coming to a stop, or you come to a stop, then the hybrid end of the powertrain will take over. So it will basically shut the gas engine off and, well, supposed to save some gas for you. You would think it's an auto stop start feature, but not really. It's something a little bit different, but ultimately what that means is that you don't drive the same way you would in EV mode in other mild hybrid, or hybrid vehicles, I should say. That's why it's called a mild hybrid powertrain. Now, as we get out onto the road here, let's make sure we can do this safely, because some of the drivers around here are not the best. Little acceleration test. Drop the loud pedal to the floor, and well, it doesn't sound like I'm going all that terribly fast, but I need to slow down because I got up to a little bit higher above the speed limit than I had planned to. So it's a little bit deceptive as to how well this car gets down the road. This S60 accelerates just fine, and yes, it is just me in the car right now. If I had some other people in the car, maybe some cargo in the trunk area, how much of a difference would that make? Well, I can't really say for sure, just because of the fact that I don't have those things right here. But I have to say, one thing I really like here, everything's comfortable. The steering wheel leather wrapped, as you might be able to see on the screen. I'm not sure that it's going to show that very well through your point of view from the camera, but it is a comfortable leather wrapped steering wheel. You've got the heated front seats. The seats are comfortable. There is a little bit of bolstering on one side, maybe a little bit on the other as well, just kind of feeling around. You have more on the inside of the seat than you do on the outside, but of course this is by no means a high performance vehicle, but it is there nonetheless to keep the driver and passenger comfortable when driving down the road and, well, essentially in place. And I'm driving a little under the speed limit now, and I'm going to get on the gas here, no problems getting down the road whatsoever, and I didn't even maybe got to quarter throttle. I don't know. What about the overall ride quality itself? Well, it's good. It's not necessarily cushy, but it's not going to beat you to death either. Kind of a middle of the road experience. Now, it also depends. You got to take, when I say things like that, you got to kind of take that with the grain of salt of this information, that kind of new terminology there. I'm probably going to hear all about that in the comments, but take it for what it's worth. It's probably a better way to put it. Depending on what the person reviewing the vehicle, such as myself today, is used to driving, well, they might tell you that a vehicle rides better or worse than it would if you drove it. So when it comes to the test drive, that's one of the knocks on these car review videos on YouTube. It's really hard to know for sure. I mean, there's things I can tell you and talk about, tell you my experiences and stuff like that, but you really have to experience it for yourself. So I'm going to tell you that this car rides very well. It's not the smoothest riding sedan that I've been in, a smaller luxury sedan, but it's definitely not uncomfortable either. That's a fact. And just while we're on that subject, if you drive a vehicle and you're saying, how can I improve the ride quality? One thing you want to consider is the size of the sidewall of the tire. A lower profile tire is always going to equal a harsh ride, or maybe a harsher ride, we should say, because you don't have that bigger sidewall to absorb as much. So just something to think about.
To learn more about the model in today's video, visit the link in the description for a detailed comparison between trims and pricing for the vehicle we featured or any vehicle you may be interested in. These pages feature information such as our recommended trim level based on price, value, and features. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. We look forward to seeing you next time.